Oh yeah, let's go. This is what we Okay, should I go ahead and start Shadowbammed episode 1 going live? We live. I don't expect anybody to come in here. Like that's no cap. I don't expect one person really ever. That's why it's called Shadowbammed. Um, we made a podcast since 2017 or something like that. Yeah, May 2017. So it'd be like 6.5 years. And, you know, it always just felt like we were shadow banned. And, well, not all the time, but we just could never really get into the, you know what I mean? And into the, we could never get into the football world like that. Like, we could never really get into it like that for whatever reason. I think in the beginning, we were kind of pioneers of this like black soccer space, and I always felt like it was because we were black in the beginning. Like, there's a lot of people that came after us, but we was doing this like it was not cool to be black, at least Black American in soccer. But over time there was more people, and that's cool. Um, we started to like connect with them on Twitter and stuff like that. But the issue was like they talk about American soccer and stuff, and we just never really did that. Um, then what you call it? Over time, we connected with them, and they just kind of wasn't really messing with us all the way. Then we were always trying to get on major platforms. We were always sending emails, sending messages like, "Hey, like we got this show we've been doing, we're the best in the world." But it never. We got some responses here and there, but it wasn't really. It never really panned out. I think the closest, well, we did get kind of close with the end. We had some, we actually had a phone call at the end. And I'm pretty sure that was still in 2007. No, that was in 2018. Yeah, I think in 2019, yeah, 2019, we had a correspondence with somebody from his own, but that also didn't pan out. Um, since I'm here by myself, I'm not really sure. So, I remember when Bleacher Report got Champions League, I came across like one of their like executive people, and he's working like NFL Network or something like that. And I watched like I saw that he had some interview where he was talking about like how to get into sports media, and he was like, yeah, like what you got to do is like have a blog or like have like a podcast that you're doing independently, and just keep working on that. And then like when you approach the company, like you have so much like catalog and you have so much to show them. I was like, oh, here we go. Sent him a message on Instagram like, yo, I saw your interview. Like, we've been doing this, blah blah. And he was just like, oh, email this person. And then she was like, oh, we already have a soccer show. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. It wasn't even really a soccer show. It was like something on like top 10 or something like that. But whatever. Um, then 2020 happened. I messed up and got our Twitter deleted. But it was kind of good because at that time, he was doing the whole Black Lives Matter uprising. And I probably would have been going crazy on Twitter. Even like when I got the Twitter back, I was going in on BN because they were like never saying anything about it. They were like trying to avoid it. Um, but yeah, since then I just felt like even Shadowbammed, especially since Elon bought Twitter. I'm like, we're Shadowbammed, dude. Like, there's no way. And I think it's my fault. So I am coining this show Shadow Bam because it's my fault with Shadow Bam. I'm extra. I be doing too much sometimes. I be saying stuff on Twitter that's insane, and well, I guess for now to not be Shadow Bam, we gotta like pay for Twitter, and that's never happening. But you know, hopefully I'm gonna be able to just come in and rock with y'all in the morning. By y'all, I mean nobody. Um, I am down to talk to myself. I am an only child. I'll talk right to myself on there. I do not care. Um, but since I have some time in the morning, and we're on the West Coast, and I feel like everybody that's like into soccer that we know is like either Central Time or East Coast, like, or Eastern Time. Like, I mean, I can't tweet at like 11 p.m. I can tweet at like 6 a.m. But I do get some crazy stuff at 11 p.m. like next Friday. But yeah, if you do come in, if you're not subscribed or whatever, hit that sub for your boy. Don't hit the like button, like who cares? But you can subscribe to your boy. You know what I mean? It's all good. Okay. So is my mic messed up? You could have just said that in the chat. Um, let's see. Uh, Wait, am I using the right mic? Um, I mean, if I'm not using the joint, let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh, let's not do that. Okay, there we go. Mic should be better. Sean being a hater. But yeah, anyway, nobody was in here anyway. Nobody heard all that. So, yeah, let's get into the topics though. Let's get into the topics. What are we doing today? Thank you, Sean, you big ass hater. See, there it is. Shadowbammed. Shadowbammed. Somebody's watching, they're checking it out, but they gotta find a way to shadowbam you. You know what I mean? But it's all good. Love you, Sean. Smile at me. Sean, is Radiohead ever going to tour again? Is it ever going to happen? I want to see Radiohead in Mexico City. That's where I want to see them. But anyway, let's see what's going on in the football world. I was watching La Liga the other day, and like everybody on Twitter was talking about EPL, and I'm just like, I haven't watched an EPL match in so long, unless it was Brighton. The smile. I'm like, that's cool, but like I want to see Radiohead though. Like I'd rather see Radiohead or Tom York again. Shout out to us seeing Tom York 3 months before COVID. But yeah, I haven't watched EPL in forever. For some reason, like these matches just don't interest me that much. Like, well, honestly, it's because they come on so early, Like, I'm like, yo, dog, I'm supposed to watch something at 4:30 in the morning. That's ridiculous. I'm supposed to watch at 6 in the morning, Like, come on. Like, the only way I'm waking up at 6 for an EPL match if it's like the last match day and like whoever wins is gonna like win the league or something like that, or like end up in Champions League maybe. But I'm not trying to watch just like a 12th match day game. Yes, the Tom York show went very hard. Remember those visuals? Oh my god! Remember the shorty in front of us, and she was with her dude, and she was so excited when I think it was Default came on. She got so excited, and the dude just did not care. He was like, "What am I doing here?" He was like, "What is this music? I want to hear The Weeknd." Free tickets, by the way. But yeah, EPL. Arsenal, interestingly, is back on top of the league right now. Liverpool is not doing as bad as they were last year. Last year, they just for some reason could not get it together last season. But this season, they're in third place, one point behind Man City, 2 behind Arsenal. But look who's up there, Aston Villa. Your boy, Unai Emery, who was getting hated on at Arsenal. Like, they were just clowning him like, oh, he can't speak English. And literally, I'm like, this dude speaks just like the same level of English as Pochettino. Like, how come he's not getting clowned? And I really think it was Basque racism. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Pochettino's from Argentina. Oh, it's cool, whatever. But Unai Emery is Basque. But for some reason, he can they can speak the same English, but Pochettino's fine. And this fool been in England coaching since the 80s. And Unai just came over from Villarreal or whatever. But whatever. Aston Villa is doing great. Not only are they doing well in the standings, they're also playing really good football. And I think one thing that it shows you is that, football is there's really you don't need a superstar. You really don't. Now, obviously, it's early in the season. We'll see where Aston Villa ends up. I don't know how deep they are for real. I feel like they probably need to bring in you probably need to bring in a defender, a midfielder in January if you can. I feel like bringing in a midfielder is always good because, their starting lineup in the midfield is solid. And then they also got Yuri Tillemans. And I'm sure there's some other dude. But one of these guys get hurt and you're gonna end up having some 17-year-old on the bench. I feel like they need one more midfielder. I'm not a huge Camera fan, but he's probably doing good in EPL. I don't watch him. I don't watch Aston Villa that much, but you don't need a star. Ollie Watkins literally got coached up by Unai Emery. He was going to be dead regular until Unai Emery coached him up. And you know what he told him, allegedly? He was like, watch Cavani. Watch how Cavani moves. Look what Cavani does. You're never going to be as good as him. He's the best center forward of all time. But just look at his movement. Look at how he's hungry for the ball. Yeah, he missed a lot of shots, but it's okay, because he's a baller. So Ollie Watkins got coached up. You have Moussa Diaby, who's really good. He's got that left foot. And it just shows really you don't need a star. These fools are starting Luca Digne, who was looked like a reject from these teams. He was at PSG. They let him go to Barcelona. He didn't really get that much burn at Barcelona. Then he went to Roma? And then I think he went to Everton. and now he's at Aston Villa and they're balling. He went to Everton, right? I gotta see if this fool went to, and he's only 30 years old. Wow, I'm pretty shocked by that.
Oh, okay. He went to Roma before Barcelona. So he to Roma on loan. Then he went to Barcelona. Then he played hella games at Everton. Damn. He was at Everton longer than anywhere. That's kind of wild. Because I mean, did he only really play that many games at PSG? Because I remember him being like damn near a everyday starter, but I guess he wasn't. But yeah, he's at Aston Villa starting at left back, and they're doing the damn thing over there. Let me get back to the standings. Actually, you know, I feel like they haven't scored a whole lot of goals. I could be wrong about that, or was I looking at somebody else? Oh no, damn, they scored hella goals. What the hell? Aston Villa has more goals than Arsenal and more goals than Liverpool. Now they're shipping some goals. They've had 18 scored against them, but yeah, damn, scoring goals. Ali Watkins is over there doing their thing. Tottenham, you know, there was talk that they might win the league early in the season. That's never going to happen. And Man U is trash. For whatever reason, they just like, even, you know, I wish Ray was here. Boy. Now, granted, I didn't watch the whole match, Man U versus Everton. You know, I watched the highlights. But Everton had chances, yo. I feel like Everton had more chances than Man U, and like good chances. Like the scoreline was 3-0, and there was one penalty. It was deserved. Garnacho had the overhead goal, which was like, in my opinion, whatever. And who scored at the end? Was it Martial? I want to say it was Martial scored at the end. That was a nice little chip. But Everton had chances. So I'm looking at Man U. I don't know. Also, Newcastle, they're not doing as good this year, and Brighton, you know. But I feel like Newcastle, I feel like they are feeling like that like, okay, we're playing Champions League and playing in the league pressure. Like, yeah, you know, because that's kind of new for them. And I don't feel like their team is that deep either. Although, I actually, let me take that back, because they did have hella injuries and they still beat PSG, if I'm not mistaken. And Brighton too. Although, did Brighton play in Europe last year? I want to say no. These seasons just blend together. But I feel like Brighton's feeling that pressure too. And Brighton, you know, I love Brighton just because they have my boy Mitoma. Mitoma is a joy to watch. I feel like Brighton definitely needs some, at least like 3 January signings. They need a midfielder bad. They need a French midfielder. Get any French midfielder, dude. Like, can you just get any French midfielder? Like, who cares? Bring them on loan. Rongier, Cacare. What's the other guy from Lyon? Lepanon or something like that. I don't know if he's like injured or something like that. Even Tolisso. I don't think they can get Kiefer Thuram, but they need a French midfielder. You need somebody from France in that midfield, because anybody like a starter French midfielder can come in and play EPL like it's nothing. I also feel like they need somebody on the back line. Although pretty much all center backs suck, they need a center back. I think their fullbacks are fine, but you need a center back. You need somebody athletic back there. Like, they got like slow EPL ass dudes. You need somebody with some speed. Like, it's crazy to me that Diego Carlos is still on Aston Villa. I'm like, damn, dude, Diego Carlos is good. I mean, he's athletic. I'll say that. Like, is he good? Probably not. But like, he's athletic. You still got Thiago Silva starting for Chelsea. Chelsea sitting in 10th place behind West Hamilton. But yeah, I love to see Brighton doing better. They need a midfielder from France, and they need somebody with some athleticism on the back line. Like, I'm almost like, damn, can you put João Pedro in that center back? Like, put Joao Pedro back there, dude. Like, this fool kind of sucks, dude. Like, why is he a striker? Like, why? Like, why is he wearing number 9? Like, dude, just go play somewhere where you're needed. Just go play center back, dog. Go back there and run around and jump around. Anyway, EPLs, whatever. Oh, I got something about Ligue 1 coming soon, too. Something disgusting. La Liga. Real Madrid still on top. Damn, Barcelona's in 4th. What the hell? Real Madrid still on top. They've only given up 9 goals this season. Crazy. Top of the league in goals scored with Girona at 31. Who the hell is scoring goals for Girona? Like, who? Who is scoring goals for Girona? Artem Dov something? Who is this fool? Artem Dovbik. Okay, well, he's Ukrainian. So, you know what? Damn, okay. Bruja Mayoral at 8 goals. Damn. Girona's going to fall off soon at some point. Oh, damn, they have a game in hand. I guess they're playing today, actually. Who are they playing today? Ooh, Athletic Bilbao. Maybe I'll try to watch that, actually. If Bilbao beats them, I mean, Girona will still be in 2nd, but Bilbao will go over Real Sociedad, which we always love to see. But yeah, Barcelona tied again. They tied to Rayo Vallecano, and really it took a late goal by Lewandowski that was like, I don't say lucky, but just like although it was a typical lapse of judgment by Rayo's defense, like it happens all the time in soccer, like, if they were just a little bit more on it, like I feel like the goal that Rayo scored was insane, but yeah, Barcelona's got some work to do. Sitting behind, I mean, they're only behind. Oh wait, Atletico has a game at hand too on Barcelona. So yeah, Barcelona's not doing too great right now, but I'm sure they'll be in the top 2 at least at the end. Real Madrid is still like going hard. Rodrigo had a brace, although like on BBC and The Guardian, and I want to say on goal.com, they all mentioned Bellingham. And I'm like, well, damn, Rodrigo had like a brace, and it was like a good brace, actually. But they were like, oh, Bellingham scores again. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, Rodrigo has had a brace. But whatever. You know who I'm thugging for? Real Betis, my boy Isco. They won yesterday. Who did they play again? Las Palmas? Yeah, they won 1-0 against Las Palmas. Isco was ridiculous. I feel like now for one, like I can't believe that they're not calling Isco up. This fool gets man of the match like every match, dude. Like, it is not just like, oh, he's getting assists or he's getting goals or he's getting a lot of shots on goal. Like, he's doing things in midfield that you don't see players do for real. Like, you don't see a lot of midfielders doing the things that Isco's doing in the midfield anywhere. Like, he's looking like old Isco in Real Madrid in his heyday, and he's balling. And honestly, it's beautiful for me because Isco's always just had like such a good skill set and just like such a smart player, crafty, unselfish, obviously. He doesn't look like he should be athletic, but like sometimes he like gets on that horse and just like I don't know, like honestly, like for me, like the perfect midfielder. Like, there's no complaints when it comes to Isco, in my opinion. But Real Betis, their team isn't that great. Could they use a French midfielder? I feel like they could use a French midfielder too. What else is going on? Oh, Valencia, they're not doing too bad too. And the bottom 3 is not too surprising. What's going on with Santi Mina though? Because I feel like in this season he's not playing in Saudi Arabia. Is that fool going to go back to Spain and get arrested? Because he got them dead charges on him. He used to be one of my favorite players. Got them SA charges. Liga, nobody cares about it, but I'm a Liga Bam. I still love Liga. I think a Liga podcast is going to come out today, and I will be listening, even though I kind of fell off a little bit. PSG is finally at the top of the league. Now, I did say that I have something disgusting to say. Nice right now, they're unbeaten. They're one of, I think, the only unbeaten teams in the top 5 are Nice, Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich. Unless Inter's unbeaten, I doubt that. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, and Nice are the only teams that are unbeaten. Nice is sitting second in the league, but let me tell you what's disgusting about it. Oh my God. Nice has only given up 4 goals all season, which is insane when you're talking about 13 matches. Like, that's crazy. Like, the only time I ever seen something like that was Barcelona last year. Like, they were crazy. Like, Barcelona gave up 1 goal for, like, I feel like half the season. But Nice is only given up 4 goals. But in 13 matches, they've only scored 14 goals. Oh, my God, that's trash. Oh, my homie, Alex, in the building. You're impressed with Girona and Real Sociedad? Girona, like, honestly, like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm not watching them, so I don't really know like what's going on. But they're scoring hella goals. I need them to lose to. I need them to lose to Athletic Club today. Girona's is a Catalonian team, right? Let me double check that because I feel like they're from. I feel like they're in Catalonia, right? Because Getafe is in Madrid. Girona is, or is that like its own city? No, it's a Catalonian team. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're the Catalonian team doing better than Barcelona. I remember one time it was a derby between Espanyol and Barcelona, and what's his name? Piqué and some dude from Espanyol were like arguing after the match, and apparently Piqué said like, "You guys aren't even in Barcelona" or something like that. like he was like clowning them about like where they are. Maybe he was saying like they're not even like y'all are like over there or something. Like, well, go somewhere. Them Catalonians, I've heard things about them. I wonder how mad PK was when he seen Sergio Ramos with his ex shorty though. Damn. You think he was over there salty? You fumbled the bag, though. Like Shakira got more money than Gerard Piqué. Like you fumbled the bag. I don't really know how like alimony works in Spain. Shakira just paid them taxes off too. She just paid them taxes, dropped like 8 mil on them taxes. She probably about to leave Spain. Shoot. She might move over to the IE with Alex. You never know. But yeah, Girona's doing great. I wish I knew like who they've lost to and drawn to. But Alex, I know you've seen that. Gave her that award, and the song was for like when PK was cheating on Shakira too. Apparently, what a bum, fool! You ain't got no. You know what? Let me relax. Where was I going though? Oh, I was talking about Nice. Nice literally has scored 14 goals, and they've given up 4. So their goal differential is kind of nice with 10, but it's like you've only scored 14 goals in 13 matches. That's disgusting. That is disgusting, dude. But the biggest news in France. Oh, the girl, you know what? This is the thing, it don't matter what she looked like, whatever. Sometimes you just get tired of somebody. He probably was just tired of her. But here's my theory with PK and Shakira, actually. I've heard about, Gerard Piqué is a Catalonian supremacist. You know he is. And I don't think that he could ever look at Shakira being Colombian, being Latin American, Colombian, half Arab, as like his equal. I think that PK is a Catalonian supremacist. So he probably would like make fun of her Spanish and like be like saying stuff in Catalan or and so she don't or like I want the kids to speak Catalan and she's like, dude, who cares? Like this shit is just like one part of Spain. Like you swear it's that serious, dude. And he probably just never really respected her all the way. But it was a clout move for him. It's like, you're some like Gerard Piqué is basically the most unathletic superstar in soccer. Like you're so lucky that there's not hella good athletes in this sport because you are a bum athletically, but like you're able to be like a big star and like win everything. And it's a cloud move for him. Shakira is one of the biggest artists in the world. I think Shakira is like number 4 Spotify most played artists, or like number 2 or something like that. Let me check. Shakira is one of the biggest artists in the world, and he, to his credit, he figured it out. He got her. Let me see. Oh, never mind. She's 21st. Well, why the hell did I think she was that high? Maybe like Sexy Red got up there. But yeah, PK, we're talking about this fool. But anyway, back to France. The craziest thing going on in France in Ligue 1, insane. Lyon is still at the bottom of the table with 7 points. These fools are trash. I don't know. I think I cursed them. I Shadowbammed them because early in the like before the season started, or like right when the season started, or maybe it was before the season started. I said if Mbappe leaves PSG, that Lyon will finish above them. And obviously Mbappe didn't leave, and now Lyon is trash. I don't know what's going on though, because it's like, dude, like you have good players. Like, really, I think it's because they have no defenders at all. Like their defenders got to be terrible. They lost 2-0 to Lille yesterday. Let's see who they started yesterday. Because I'm like, dog, Kakere's so good. Dude, who are these fools? Okay, you know what? They got some people back there. I don't know who these people are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these people, I don't know who they are. So you know what? Maybe they deserve it. Because damn, what's going on here? Is my boy Le Penon? Is he injured? Okay, that's what I'm gonna blame it on that because homeboy's a baller. But yeah, Lyon is at the bottom of the league, and that is insane. Will they get relegated? That'd be crazy if Lyon got relegated. Like that'd be crazy. Over to Bundesliga before we talk about Champions League real fast. How long I've been on this joint? This is too long. 30 minutes? Goddamn. Bundesliga, obviously Bayern Leverkusen and Bayern Munich are both undefeated. Bayer Leverkusen is at the top of the league. Both Leverkusen and Bayern Munich have scored a lot of goals and have good defenses. Bayern Munich scored 43 goals. I feel like that's the most in the top 5 leagues. Only giving up 9. Bayer Leverkusen scored 37, which is a very good number, second in the league, and only giving up 10 goals. Xabi Alonso is really impressing everybody. They're saying that he might be Real Madrid's coach next season. And I've always felt like Xabi Alonso, he's really smart. He's a Basque, so he's got that grit. But he, a CDM is like the type of person you want as a coach, like somebody who like sees the game. And I only saw Xabi Alonso play a little bit, but he's solid. He could probably still play, to be honest with you. Like at least in MLS. How old is Xabi Alonso right now? Like if this was 44, he can play in MLS. Like come on now. Like, are you kidding me? Now, granted, they're gonna like tackle him hella hard, but how old is Xabi Alonso? Oh, what the hell? He's only 42. Oh, his birthday was 2 days ago. Man, Xabi Alonso gonna play MLS right now, yo. But yeah. Whoa, look at Stuttgart. BVB is just like continuing to be not that good. They just can't figure it out for whatever reason. They have some good players, but they just like have a bad mentality, and I feel like RB Leipzig is going to finish ahead of them. But the great thing this week that we have going is we have Champions League coming up tomorrow. What's going to happen in Champions League this week? I think two big things. I do think that PSG is going to beat Newcastle at home, and I feel like they're going to beat them bad too. Like I can see them putting like a 3-0 on them or something like that. I do think PSG is going to win at home. They're going to be missing Warren Zaire-Emery, which is a big deal, but I feel like they'll win at home. If they don't, if they draw or lose, that's going to be iffy for them. Can you imagine if PSG went to Europa League? Oh, my Lord. Embarrassing. I feel like Mbappe is trying to leave in January. But aside from that, I do feel like Man U, I feel like they're going to lose to Galatasaray. Wait a minute. You know what? Let me see where they're playing. Let me see where they are playing, because they are playing Galatasaray on Wednesday. They're playing in Turkey, doggy. I feel like Man U's going to lose, yo. I feel like they're going to lose. I feel like Man U could end up not even going into Europa League, but, they might be happy about that. It'll be embarrassing if they go into Europa. If they go, like last year, they won a trophy for the first time in forever. I mean, granted, it was the Carabao Cup and it was like this big, but, that's positive for them, I guess. And they finished in Champions League spot. But going into Europa this year, like you gotta progress. Like you can't digress or regress. And yeah, it's looking iffy for them. They're literally bottom of the table right now. You got to win, but I think Galatasaray is going to beat them. I feel like Icardi and them is over there balling. Lucas Torreira, Dries Mertens scored a brace, I think, this past weekend. They're over there balling in Turkey. Don't they have a Wilfred Zaha? Is he injured? Like, dog, they got some players. And Man U was damn near shipped a lot of goals. I would love to see Lens continue into the round of 16. Even though I've heard that Lens is a kind of conservative city, but I'm Ligue 1 Bam, so I ain't playing around. Although I'm an anti-fascist, I do kind of want to see Lazio progress because my boy Guendouzi plays for them, even though like I can't watch Serie A. It's so bad. Like I literally cannot watch it. I feel like Barcelona is going to end up progressing, but they might not end up finishing top of their group though. And if they don't, they're probably going to play Bayern. Actually, no, they put them in the worst. They put them in the easiest group this time. They're going to give them the easy first place finish. It'll be like Milan or BVB. But yeah, we got some good matches coming up this week too in Champions League. Last thing I want to talk about, I do feel like the football media is trying to normalize Mason Greenwood. I'm going to check something really fast in this stream. Okay. Alex, I'm praying Barca goes to Europa. It would be so funny. If Barcelona goes to Europa League 3 seasons in a row, oh my God. The first season, like they could kind of blame Koeman because he didn't like Koeman came in. I mean, Xavi came in like later. Last year, like I don't know what they were trying to blame. They were like, "Oh, we got a bunch of new players. They couldn't figure it out." It was like, "No, you're over losing to Benfica, dude." But if they end up going to, let me look at these standings again. See, Alex, you got me going back. If they end up losing, if they end up going to Europa League, let me see how possible that is. Because UEFA put them in the easiest group ever. They're on 9 points with Porto right now. They did lose to Shakhtar. Let's see. They're probably playing Antwerp. Let's see. Oh, they're playing Porto tomorrow. Damn, should I watch that? Okay, wait. Who's playing tomorrow? No, I gotta watch PSG Newcastle tomorrow. Or do I? Damn, am I gonna watch Barcelona versus Porto? Maybe I'll watch Barcelona until somebody scores. If Barcelona scores 2 goals, then I'll turn it off. But yeah, it's possible. It's still possible because Shakhtar has 6 points. There's 2 more matches. Shakhtar wins 2. Barcelona draws and wins. They're in Europa, dude. And if Porto handle business, it's still possible. It's still possible. They're not doing Barcelona isn't thugging like Man City, like Real Madrid, and like Bayern. These teams are all 4-0. Like they're going through top of their group no matter what. Well, I guess Man City could end up not. But Barcelona going to Europa. Oh, they got to go to Europa because if they end up well, I guess they can't end up going last place. But I was gonna say if they end up last place, they'll just win La Liga. But the funny thing is, if they go to Europa, they're not gonna win it. Like they're not. Who did they lost to Leverkusen? One of the or was it? No, it was Frankfurt. The other season. Who they lose to last season? Damn, I can't remember. But yeah, they're not gonna win Europa. They're not built like that. But going back to Mason Greenwood, I feel like the football media is trying to normalize this fool. And granted, like he got the charges dropped against him, which just proves misogyny is alive and well in England. Because it's like, doggy, we seen the video, dude. Like he beat her up. She's like beat up, and then he's also like basically admitting to rape, R-wording her. Like, what did he say? Like, oh, I asked nicely, and then you didn't want to do it. So, like, basically saying like I took it because you didn't ask. Like, I asked nicely, and you said no. I'm like, this fool's a whole ass incel, and they're talking about it overall. Like, I've seen articles about him before that are just like, oh, hey, Mason Greenwood, but this article on Goal, they're like introverted Mason. This is the title. Introverted Mason Greenwood starting to understand jokes at Getafe as Spanish lessons pay off for Man U loanee. They're like talking about him like he's just like a regular English player that went to Spain just to like experience life in Madrid. Like, dude, this fool literally he got caught in 4K. Like the charges got dropped because either he like threatened this girl or he like was just like, I'm gonna buy a troll farm and you'll never be able to have social media again. Or he like gave her a bag. Like, I don't know. But either way, like we know what he did. He's a whole ass monster. And they're just talking about this fool like he's regular. I'm like, God damn. I wonder if he's going to end up back on Man U. Like, I feel like he probably will. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not Man U. I don't know. But he's going to stay at Getafe for the rest of the season. You know, as a player, he's a good player. You know, I remember like, I feel like Cavani taught him how to use his right foot, or maybe it was Ronaldo. I forgot who was there at that time, but he's getting normalized by media, and I don't like it because I'm like, this fool's a monster, yo. But I wonder who's like laws. I mean, obviously, it's hard everywhere for women to get justice against a man, but I wonder if it's worse in England than here. And honestly, I would guess so. I would guess it's harder in England. But we'll see. Anyway, this is the first episode of Shadowbammed. Thank you to Sean and Alex for coming in. I'm always gonna drop the StreamYard link if y'all want to come into the stream, because I don't care. What else? Subscribe to this channel. I don't know how many subscribers we have, 40 something after 6 years. I was gonna stream on my personal YouTube, but I don't want people to see the other videos I have on there. But yeah, this was fun. I'm not gonna be able to do this tomorrow, but hopefully I'll come back Wednesday. We'll talk about what happened on Tuesday's Champions League matches, and we'll preview Wednesday's Champions League matches. Not going to be able to do it tomorrow because they're closing my street, and I got to leave the house hella early. These fools is coming at 7 a.m., and I got to leave like 6:30. But yeah, holler. Thank you guys.